You're watching Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. I'm your host, Yo Jules DJ, and welcome back to another episode of Who Do You Got? The show that takes two of your hip-hop giants and have them go round for round to answer the overall question, who do you got? Today's battle consists of two microphone fiends, two microphone legends, two microphone architects, better known as Pharoahe Monch out of Jamaica, Queens, and Black Thought out of Philadelphia. Everybody make some noise for Eats, Beats, and Rhymes.
Yeah.
Going around the room first, I want to introduce my man Triple C. What's going on, Triple C?
Well, Trip from Shadyville.
Hey.
In the building.
I love it. Let's keep that energy going. Keeping it moving. We got my man Cool Breeze out the West Coast. Cool Breeze, what's going on?
What's going on, people? What's going on, Jules? What's going on, group?
Yeah. We hanging in there. My man DJ Hobo out that Virginia. What's going on? 2 up, 2 down? Or did I say, wait?
What's up? 2 up, 2 down, baby.
Here we go. All right. And we got my man Jamaica, Queens, DJ Scantastico. My man DJ.
Claro que yes. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
On the boards.
I stopped myself. And I'm your host, Yo Jules DJ. Make sure you check us out on Instagram. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. Always Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Fellas, we about to get into this Black Thought and Pharoahe Monch. It's a very complicated battle. It's not something that I think will ever happen in real life. So we're going to talk about these two giants, you know what I'm saying? And I think we're going to jump right into it. Fellas, when it comes to these two giants, they each had what we like to call a single that crossed over, that made a lot of noise. Think about both these individuals. Both these guys have one of those. And if you're lucky in hip-hop, you get to have one of these that can last you your career and make you basically have a career. Mm-hmm. That's not the situation with these guys per se. These guys are insane even without these particular songs we're about to go over. But with that being said, we're talking about 1999's The Roots, You Got Me, versus Pharoahe Monch's same 1999 year, Simon Says. You had to pick the record.
Wow.
I'll let you guys interpret that. I usually interpret it for you guys when I say something like, who had the bigger record? You start asking questions. Whichever way you want to interpret that, you can go ahead. That's the first question, but I'm not going to front. I did forget right now to go around the room one time, and we're going to go through it quickly this time. No need to dwell on it. No need for opinions and you know, whatever. We're just going to, who do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got? So we're going to start across the room. We're going to go backwards this time. DJ Scantastic, DJ Scan the List. Who do you got?
This is a tough one, man. I don't even want to make this call, but just for argument, I'm going with Pharoahe.
Oh, snap. Jamaica Queens is spoken. The loyalty is real.
The loyalty is real. The loyalty is real.
Pharoahe Monch. DJ Hobo, Virginia, how are they feeling? Are you representing for the people, or are you strictly speaking for yourself? Where are we at with this?
So I won't beleaguer the point, but I did, I put a poll out on the gram.
Okay.
And, most people responded with a resounding Pharoahe Monch.
Pharoahe Monch.
But for me, I'm going to go with Black Thought.
Black Thought is on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Philadelphia is in the building. Cool Breeze.
Right down the cheek.
West Coast representative. You've been watching from afar, but you know what goes on over here on the East Coast with these two giants. You've witnessed it there. Who do you got?
It's tough.
Who do you got?
Hold on a second. It's tough. No, I'm gonna go with I have to stay with Queens on this one. I'm gonna go with Pharoahe Monch.
Oh, that Pharoahe in the building again. I love it. Okay, it's getting down to nitty gritty, ladies and gentlemen. Triple C.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get a bite of my burrito bowl.
Oh, the East.
Yeah.
Okay.
Triple C, I fucking see you.
Now,
Triple C.
Yeah.
When it comes down to these two records, I mean, no. We didn't get to it. My bad. That's right. Triple C. Who do you got?
Right now, I'm going with the BLK Thought.
Oh, the Black Thought.
Yeah.
In the building. Got you.
Yeah, that guy got history. He got history.
They both do, but yes, undeniable though. Undeniable. Your statement is undeniable. Ladies and gentlemen, we are split tonight already off the bat. Both teams have been decided. If you want to pair up, it's okay. But we have DJ Scandalous for Team Pharoahe Monch, Cool Breeze, Team Pharoahe Monch, and Hobo and Triple C, Team Black Thought. Let's get into it. Each beats and rhymes. Who do you got? First round. When it comes down to these guys having hits, they each have two big monsters on their hands. When we're talking about 1999's Who Do You Got off the Roots, Things Fall Apart, and Simon Says, Pharoahe Monch, same year, 1999. Who do you got?
I don't mind going first. I don't mind.
Ever seen the building?
I'm saying, see, to me, Simon Says is like a more of a club banger.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is like really more, it's like mellow, so it doesn't really compare to the situation.
Mm-hmm. Big records though, a Grammy award.
Yeah, it's
big record.
But I'm choosing Simon.
Simon Says in the building.
I think that was more of a monster, even though the other one, they got a Grammy for that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that weighs more, the Grammy or the street recognition. But I'm still going with Simon Says.
Got it. Simon Says in the building. Huge record. Cool Breeze. What are you thinking about when I bring these two singles up? Any memories? Does anyone stand out to you? Did you meet a shorty over that record? Were you in the club when Simon Says? What anything? I know you got a story behind these two records.
Well, once upon a time, when I was in a club. Yeah. No, I remember when both of those joints came out. And I remember being in the club. And when that Simon Says came on, man, it was just like everybody started moving and their heads started knocking. The thing about it is, as Trip said, is got a Grammy for it. It was cool, but it was just two different flows.
Really?
So I'm gonna go with the Pharoahe Monch joint, because the thing is that you can still play that now in a club, and as an original, or you can mix it and blend it with something else that's current or not. And I think that joint is still not, because it just has a sound. And I think if anybody of this new generation want to hear that song, and then it'll start playing, I think that's something that I think that's a particular song that they can definitely say, this is dope, who's this?
So you're saying you can't make Sweet Love Till You Got Me anymore these days?
I mean, you can. Yeah, you could probably make love to Pharoahe Monch's song as well.
In all defense, it does ask women to rub on their.
Yes.
Specifically. It'll probably get you closer to second base than You Got Me.
Yeah, well.
DJ Hobo, what are your thoughts? Any memories? What were you doing in 1999? Where do you stand with these two records? Who do you got?
The video for You Got Me, powerful. That was very dope. The ending was crazy.
Yeah, right?
But I mean, you can't deny Simon Says, man.
Ooh, I see where this is going.
The Godzilla sample is bonkers. I think he might have got sued for that.
I believe you're right.
And the remix is also crazy. Yeah, man. Simon Says is undeniable. And that's, again, no disrespect to You Got Me. That's one for the ladies, Erykah Badu, Eve, and content, dope. But, like, for me, that Simon Says, man. Like
you gotta shout out Jill Scott.
Yeah, Jill Scott for the original.
Scott on the pen.
Jill Scott on the pen.
Scott Storch on the beat.
Scott Storch on the beat, yeah.
That thing was destined to be a hit. Like,
for sure.
Look at the people involved in that record. Like, it was destined to win a Grammy. Like, I mean, in hindsight, because I think back then they were still like, fighting their way up into the charts. But like,
yeah, that did it for them though. I think.
What's that?
I think that did it for them. I mean, that put them where they needed to be.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, they're on Jimmy Fallon now. I mean, I think if they didn't have You Got Me, that
definitely brought them to. I think Grammy will do that to you.
Grammy will do that to you for sure.
bring it to a whole new stratosphere.
It changes things.
Say nothing less. I mean, I always feel like the Roots are like the Grateful Dead of hip hop. Like, out there, they're always performing. As much as I love the Roots, I'd rather watch the Roots than like listen to Roots albums, and that's no disrespect. It's just their live performance are just. If you've never seen a Roots show in your life, you're doing yourself a disservice. Go after it.
You need to fix that. I mean,
you just scan. Where do you stand? Who Do You Got? Which record does it for you?
The Roots song, it was more mellow, it was for the ladies, but it crossed over into like a more major market, excuse me. But Simon Says, man, that record, the energy, the flow, that was a record. I don't know if you remember, Jules, any of you guys remember, like, that was a record too. Like, we had to play back to back when it came out also.
Mm-hmm.
There was no one spin on that, or you at least dragged it out as long as you could.
Yeah.
The Flex drop, he dropped the bombs on that.
Yeah, that record was one of those records at the time, like, you had to play it multiple times. It was like the hottest record that summer it came out.
And that video,
the video was so. You're right, the video was.
My vote's for Pharoahe Monch, Simon Says on this one, man.
Fellas, we're going to move on to, well, before we move on to round two, I just want to go without saying, this is a resounding Pharoahe Monch round. Pharoahe Monch takes round number one. It's officially on the board. Pharoahe Monch is on the board when we talk about Who Do You Got, Black Thought versus Pharoahe himself. When we move on to round number two, we talk about the legacy of these two gentlemen. They've done and worked with a lot of people throughout their careers, obviously. We could pick multiple guest appearances for either ones. I chose these two because one of you actually submitted this question. So we talk about how do we feel about who had the most memorable appearance on a guest feature. So when we talk about Pharoahe Monch's appearance on the Oh No single featuring Mos Def and the legendary Nate Dogg, rest in peace, versus super lyrical Black Thought, the super lyrical Black Thought on the song Super Lyrical. I think you see where I'm going with this. We're going with the bigger, more popular type features. So I ask again, Oh No versus Super Lyrical. Who do you got? Yeah, Hobo. I go to you first. Out of wisdom, out of being an OG. Two different eras, literally. Yes, 1998 Super Lyrical. Yes. 2008, Oh No. But features that cross the span of time.
Yes.
When I ask about this, who do you got? Who do you got?
Can you remind me of Super Lyrical?
Super Lyrical.
Woo!
I must break you.
It was on Big Pun's debut album. It came out in 1998. It was on the Capital Punishment album. Pun had, was on fire. He had his choices of features that he have, and he literally said his favorite MC was Black Thought. And he got Black Thought on the song Super Lyrical, produced by Rockweiler. And a little refresher has a scratch that features Drago from Rocky. Woo! Don't get me started. A ridiculous track. Again, Super Lyrical on both sides of the fence. This one just happens to be called Super Lyrical. But then can somebody just play a little snippet of Oh No since they were already playing Super Lyrical? Anybody got that? Of course, nobody has it handy, but I don't know what I'm thinking. That handy. But Oh No feature, like I said, the late great Nate Dogg.
All right. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble.
Sound police.
Sound police.
Sound police is coming for you.
So speaking of that, those are the two songs that we brought to the tape right now. Yeah, Hobo, how do you feel?
Man,
here we go.
This is a difficult question, man.
It eats beats and rhymes. Who do you got?
Yeah, nothing's ever easy. Damn, man.
Jules with the 1-2 punch.
Right. So I'm gonna preface this with if you had chosen a different song featuring Pharoahe Monch, my choice would be different. Because I am a personal fan of The Life with Styles P. That joint
Ooh,
is increíble. But you know, you are the hostess with the most. You are the host with the most, and I respect what you're doing here because you put in a lot of hard work. I'm going to say super lyrical because, I mean, the song, the impact on the album for me, the cuts, and Black Thought's verse was
the cuts are super important. You're right. Like I feel like they really hold their own in that record. Yeah. So you're going super lyrical.
I'm going super lyrical.
So you're going with Black Thought. DJ Hope was putting Black Thought on the board. Did you scan? Where do you stand?
I thought about what Hobo said with that, but you know, thinking about the questions and everything, the artist, but I'm gonna have to go with Black Thought super lyrical. The verse was just ridiculous. That song was just crazy, and Oh No was crazy too because Don't Sleep. Oh No, you could throw that on the club too.
Word.
Right now,
I was going to
could throw that on the club.
Say that.
I don't think you could throw super lyrical on the club.
No, you definitely could.
Precisely, and you know, so that's why you know those records are important. But if I have to go to get, I'm gonna go Black Thought super lyrical.
Got you. Ironically enough, like I said, unfortunately, what these tracks, legendary tracks, have artists that have passed on and gone on to better places, but their legends and their legacy still exists. Triple C, when it comes down to Oh No, versus super lyrical, who do you got?
See, I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, but I'm going with Pharoahe with this one. He wrote that beat. That beat was meant for him. That beat was meant for him.
A little more of that sample. Just a little snip of verse. But you're right. Let's be good. Let's behave. So that's the song for you, Trip, right there.
Yeah.
God.
But I like the street stuff more. But that was Pharoahe. That was Pharoahe on that joint.
Well, I can honestly say neither one of these songs have any sort of street kind of theme. Not even the super lyrical. Mm-hmm. That's literally both songs.
No, I'm talking when I say street, like something I could bump in a car.
Gotcha.
Something that I'll bump.
But it's street.
Yeah.
Cool Breeze. West Coast living. What's going on? I mean, who do you got?
I'm gonna go with.
Say it.
It's stuck. Hold on a second. Yeah, well, it depends on what you want. Now, you can go with the super lyrical because it was just when I remember getting that CD and I looked, I was like, oh, Black Thought and Pun got a joint together?
I was surprised as you. I would never see that. I would never see that
joint. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, this joint is fire.
Oh.
But I think for me, even like the Pharoahe joint, that joint was it's still that's like a huge record, man. That was a huge record.
Raucous.
Yeah, Raucous, yeah. Ah man, but I'm gonna go with the Pharoahe on this joint.
Wow. Okay.
On the boat. Okay. Because because when you look at it, and then everybody that they had on that joint was like, yo, they got Nate Dogg on this joint.
I know. Another interesting, again, almost like the twist you said with Black Thought.
Right. It's like
it was like Nate Dogg, those dudes, like what the, and then Raucous.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I want to hear this joint. It got like him and
that was a good marriage. It was a good marriage.
And then you listen to the joint, like, yo, this joint is fire.
Yo, fun fact: both songs were produced by Rockwilder.
Really?
Damn.
No kidding. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That made the question even more interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what?
Shout out to the producers who come up with
here's the thing then. I take back my answer.
Shout out to you guys.
Rockwilder won this round.
Yes.
Rockwilder.
There you go.
That's what I'm picking for this one. Rockwilder.
I mean, fellas, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes down to the question of, who had the bigger record, whether it was Oh No featuring Mos Def and the legendary Nate Dogg, or Super Lyrical featuring the legendary Big Pun. It looks like Eats Beats and Rhymes Crew has spoken. It's split down the middle. It's a tie.
Wow, woo! Yeah. First in history.
It's not. But we usually have more people participating, which
right
leads to different kind of results. Sometimes I find this interesting tonight. What are we dealing with? About 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, excuse me, 4 participants in this.
YZ, if you hear us, text us your answer.
Yeah. Because you might be the tiebreaker, to be honest. Looking pretty slim. All right.
Nobody in the chat can vote.
Somebody in the chat. Philly's in the chat.
That's somebody in the chat vote.
Yeah,
Philly. Let us know. DJ Sen, if you out there, text us. Let us know in the chat room. Let us know who you're thinking about. But let's get down to round 3, because round 2 has been spoken. We have a split in round 2. Team, when I talk to you guys about both of these guys being legends on their own, we can't forget that both these guys are part of legendary groups at one point in time.
Yes.
And still are, depending on the right, the right check and the right event and the right festival. We're talking about Pharoahe Monch and his legendary group, Organized Konfusion, and Black Thought, with, of course, the Roots. Black Thought, as we know, drops lots of solo projects lately, which are just ridiculous. They kind of were and still are, because he hasn't left the music. You see him every night. But doing musical stuff on his own, he's been staying on his own lately, and it's been
fire.
Not that it wasn't before.
Yeah,
but it's nice to hear thought on some different kind of production from now on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he putting some thought into that Black.
Yeah. So when we talk about both these guys being part of groups when they initially started out in their career, they lent the torch to future upcoming artists, MCs, through some of their outlets. When we talk about both these groups, Organized Konfusion and the Roots, both these guys birthed verses from future legendary hip-hop icons that went on to do big things in the game and currently still are. We're talking about 1999's Things Fall Apart, The Roots, You Got Me, featuring Erykah Badu. Yeah, we know that. But I chime back to what DJ Hobo said earlier. We're forgetting about a first from the very young Eve out of Philadelphia as well. Went on to birth a career for her that, went on to be legendary, if you will. We talk about Organized Konfusion's 1991 album, self-titled Organized Konfusion, by the way. We're talking about Fudge Pudge, which went on to introduce the legendary Digging in the Crates member, known by none other than Brooklyn's own OC. When it comes to these crews and groups, who had the more impactful first-time guest appearance?
Wow.
Goes.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Just as a caveat as well, on that things fall apart. On that Things Fall Apart was the first time we heard Beanie Siegel as well.
Look at you.
Fact.
And
was it that same album? I don't think it was.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
It's once again.
Yeah, I know once again.
The
Fire song.
He murdered that verse.
Which I think Malik B and I think Dice Raw on.
Yes.
Right.
The story about that is that he came in the studio and started rhyming, and they had to turn the beat off. Like, if you listen to that song, he just kept going, and they just cut it because he just kept going. But I'll take first stab at the question. The most impactful. So, man, what happened?
I leave that to you to interpret. Once again, I don't want to put the career. No, whichever way you talk. You want to think it's money. You want to think it's career. You want to think what happened today with the better album, whatever. Like, whichever way you guys want to interpret that question. Who had the more impactful first appearance? Eve. You can even bring it down to verse if you want on those two just particular records. Even in OC, who do you got?
See, you're pulling at my heartstrings with this one. So,
or you could interpret it as Fudge Pudge versus You got me. Whichever way you guys want to go with it.
Defend
your answer.
I'm going to say OC because I'm a huge OC fan, man. And he I don't think he gets the actual credit that he deserves from people like us. And the people who listen to TTT radio and things like that. He gets the love. But like overall, man, he should get way more credit than he does, man, because he is ridiculous. And he's put out some really good projects that I don't know if everybody knows about that he's put out there. So I know, Eve has had all the commercial success. Isn't she like hosting some daytime talk show now? Or
right. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
She was
for sure.
Yeah.
And had a sitcom. Did she have a sitcom?
Yeah, she had a sitcom too.
She had a sitcom. Yeah,
and it was funny.
And it was funny. It was funny. And she had the run with Rough Riders. She still rocks with Rough Riders, and her album was good. She had to join with Gwen Stefani. She did her thing. But
wow,
as an impact for me on hip hop and the music that I listen to, I'm gonna say OC.
OC in the ITC, BX. No, well, BX and Brooklyn.
Yes.
Right.
Who Breeze?
Yes, sir.
You heard the question, the groups, the features, how you can interpret it. Who do you got?
I would say OC, definitely underrated. I've heard of quite a few of his joints, and the dude is dope, man. He's nice. But I'm going to lean over to the Black Thought of this question. Is going to go towards Black Thought, being that I guess if you look at it, as Hobo said, Eve's career, then you look at what Beanie Siegel did.
All right, okay, got you.
And then going on with Rockefeller Records and all of that stuff as well too. So I'm gonna go with Black Thought on that one. I would say on that side that has birthed more of a career, a bigger career.
So we're going with with Black Thought, Things Fall Apart. You Got Me, featuring Erykah Badu and Eve. DJ Scantastic.
1 second, folks.
Yeah, wow.
Baba Midi. Is that what I said, right? That's that right? Baba Midi?
Yeah.
Baba Midi.
Yeah, man.
Dude, you got.
Yeah, man. Tough one, man. I mean, OC, to piggyback off what Hobo was stating, OC definitely just doesn't get the credit that he deserves as an artist, man. Like, it's insane that he still puts out great quality of music to this day, and just doesn't get the respect that he outright deserves for creating music. Eve definitely for the culture. I mean, TV, daytime talk show, So for this one, if you package it long term, you give it to Black Thought. In the fact that Eve was able to create other platforms and was able to do other things based off of it.
Got it. So we're going with You Got Me Again, the Grammy Award-winning single featuring Erykah Badu and Eve, 1999, Things Fall Apart. The vote has been casted.
But I didn't say my vote yet.
I said his vote has been casted.
Okay.
Get the guard, Triple C.
Triple C answer.
I'm ready to give my answer. Let me write your name down. Triple C, let me give you the introduction you deserve. In 1999 and in 1991, these records, came apart. You were sitting there. I know you were blasting this in some sort of vehicle that you owned at the time.
The
Nigga
Mobile.
In 91, because Triple C was bossing like that.
The Nigga Mobile.
What song stood out to you more when you were blasting that shit? Or headphoning it, whichever.
See, all the accolades that Hobo said about Eve. I'm going with the Pitbull on the skirt. Going with the pitbull and skirt.
Wow. Okay.
Pitbull in a skirt.
Yeah.
It looks like, well, it wasn't a resounding, score, but it looks like this round definitely goes to 1999, Things Fall Apart. The Roots featuring Erykah Badu and newcomer. That's the one that wins round 3. It looks like the Roots are finally on the boat. Excuse me, Black Thought, respectfully, aka representing the Roots. But Black Thought is on the board by himself, considering the fact that the last question was a tie. We're moving on to round 4. Ladies and gentlemen, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on YouTube. Get ready to see episodes soon of all these great shows that have been going on live. Keep a hold of us to keep up with all the updated information. Instagram, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. And you can follow us individually as well. You see our names right there. You see these handsome young fellas. Ladies, don't be scared. Fellas. Moving on to round number 4. We're going to talk about the fact that we can pretend in today's society, what if? So I ask you guys, what if you, for example, DJ Scandalous, had the chance of a lifetime to have a feature on one of your beats in 2021, May 3rd, 2021, we set up the studio session. Let's call it next.
Ooh.
Oh,
Beats ready to go. It's tracked, stemmed out. Who are you reaching out to?
Oh, man.
Open those eyes.
The question on the board, whether it's DJ, whether you want to call it, who I get a drop, who you get a verse from, who you get an exclusive, dub play.
Oh, this is not right. This is not right. This is not right.
Who brings the project you're filming? Who do you your project?
You gotta look at your board. Look at the board. Look at the board and
think. Who do you got? This Scandalous starting with you. You know why? Who do you got?
This is a great question.
Oh my God.
The world's watching.
They probably watching.
Oh man.
They're going to see this Scandalous. They're going to see it.
About to damage me. About to damage my whole joint right now.
Scandalous.
Oh man. I think with this one, if it's, I might call Thought first.
Say it again. I'm sorry. Say it again. I know I heard it, but I need the audience to hear. Say it again.
Put some bass in your voice, boy.
Yes.
I'm gonna call Black Thought first.
on the FaceTime. You FaceTime him, or you just text him? How would you reach out?
What's that?
Would you FaceTime him or would you text him?
Got FaceTime.
FaceTime. Fair enough. Cool breeze. You're filming a doc.
Yes.
Following the hottest MC around for a year.
Wow.
You have your choice. Producers tell you, hey, I manage both Pharoahe Monch and Black Thought. Can't have
God.
Who do you got?
That's messed up, man.
This is messed up, man. This is wrong on multiple levels.
It's messed up, man.
I know.
Well, I'm going to look at it like this. I believe both of them have acted. But I'm going to...
Black Thought, yes. I don't know about Pharoahe, but I'm not saying he hasn't, but I'm not familiar.
Monch may have been in something. I think he had... Hobo, if you can you look that up?
I got you.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to have to say I'm going to go with Black Thought on this joint. I think Black Thought definitely, he's been in projects where he was a feature in like an independent project. And I think that both people could actually, if I'm doing an independent project, help lift the project. But the thing is, Black Thought is actually on television. So he could get that plug in that way to do, what is it? He's on Jimmy Fallon. So if that was the case, and he's plugging in the movie, you get on that way. So I'm going to go with Black Thought on this one.
Got it.
This
so foul. Jeez.
Strategic movements, promotion. But both there's a fucked up question, but okay.
I like your stance because that just means I'm doing my job.
But
DJ Hobo.
Yeah.
You're working on a new mixtape.
Oh, man.
You have the opportunity to get a freestyle.
Here we go.
The gods. By the way, which freestyle, which instrumental do you think you choose when you choose who you're gonna choose?
Wow.
The people at home would be interested from a DJ standpoint.
Wow.
What would you choose and which MC to go on it? Who do you got?
Wow.
I don't appreciate you right now.
I feel it through the screen. I feel it.
I don't appreciate this at all. Man.
Terrible, man.
I am going to go with the beat. I am going to choose, just because it popped in my head, I'm going to choose Give Up the Goods. And I'm going to choose.
Come on. Spit it out. Pause. Come on, Hobo.
If I'm doing a mixtape now, I'm choosing Black Thought. I'm choosing Black Thought. Just off his strength.
He's spoken for the people.
He has
he
murdered that freestyle on Flex.
Yeah.
If I could get that, I think that joint was like 10 minutes long. If I could get 5 minutes of freestyle, I would be extremely happy. So yeah.
That just currently checked on that today, and it's currently at 13 point. Let's just call it 2 million views. 13.2 million views. Crazy.
Well deserved.
Insane. I don't go to Hot 97 a lot. Website, but they've had some fire guest appearances lately. I'm curious to see what those numbers are compared to that particular verse. That particular freestyle. Excuse me. I still think that number is probably bigger than anything they got. Even though, rest in peace, Fred the Godson had an insane freestyle Funk Flex as well. Moving on, we got my man Triple C in the building, Jamaica Queens representative, Shadyville in the building. Trip, you're about to open a brand new restaurant. It's opening night. If I know you, your restaurant's got a stage. They want to see the hip hop while they eat the wings. You have an opportunity with the promoter that happens to work with both Pharoahe Monch and Black Thought. On opening night of your restaurant, who do you want performing? Pharoahe Monch or Black Thought? Who do you got?
I shall procead to continue with my answer.
I see what you did there.
I see what you did.
Black Thought. Black Thought.
Black Thought. Do you want to explain why?
Because I would have the best chicken Philly in the house, and you could spread the word.
Oh, yes.
I might name the chicken Philly after him.
He's a marketing guy, this guy.
Look out for Trip's Cook-Up Shop coming soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Triple C's a thinker. Fellas, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes crew.
Uh-oh. Where did he go?
Uh-oh.
He went to go sign Black Thought right now.
Oh no!
Man,
wouldn't it be crazy if he just came? If he came through next shot,
Pharoahe Monch showed up. Like, I don't like how this is going right now.
The door up.
Pharoahe Monch is
Pharoahe got to him, baby.
To the man.
Jules did say saw him in the barbershop that time. He might have followed him to the crib and rolled up.
Right.
I'm putting that respect on my name right now. So.
My life is all I have.
My rhymes, my pen, my pad.
Oh,
Oh man.
What happened, Jules?
What happened?
Is he still trying to make the tally? Is he trying to tally up the score? That's
well.
Where's Jules DJ? Man, oh man.
Man, you got to pay that power over there, man.
That electric bill, that cable bill. So,
Wow.
I don't know.
You can't get in? Hold
Nah,
on.
I just sent him a text.
Oh.
Let's see. Join us again.
He's taking a mighty long smoke break.
He said something died. Phone, maybe. So Breeze, to answer your question, Pharoahe Monch was not here.
I'm back.
Do you have a guest star? You have a guest star? Did he come through?
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for none other than
Hold on 1 second, Jules. Hold on 1 second. Because Hobo was just about to say something.
My bad. Please, Hobo, continue.
No, I was just gonna say Pharoahe Monch has 3 acting credits, but they appear to be like documentaries, not an actual movie.
Wow, okay. Fun fact.
So he didn't play the first black guy killed.
No,
it's a rumor. That's a rumor.
He didn't get snuffed out in the movie.
Fuck one.
Right.
Wait, but who was that? That was Pharoahe, you said, though?
Pharoahe, yeah.
All right.
No acting appearances, but he does have tons of soundtrack appearances, though.
Your man Thought gets busy, though. Thought been on shows on HBO.
Yeah. And on what's that? The joint that's on Comedy Central. I forget the name right now. It's actually dumb funny though.
So he's been on HBO and Viacom. Oh man, that's big.
He said that's big.
That's that Jimmy
Hollywood.
That's that Jimmy Fallon connect right there, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So did you guys get to hear the question at all? Like, or did I drop out like right when the question was up here?
Yeah, no, he dropped.
Okay, so you guys are here. This is insane. I'm going. I'm like, so nobody's gonna answer? Or you want me to pick? And then I look at my phone because I got the Twitch stream going. I'm like, wait, where am I at?
we thought Pharoahe got you.
My bad, fellas. My bad. The battery died. My bad.
We thought the party didn't stop. The party didn't stop.
I can see that. Eats Beats and Rounds crew always holding it down, as you know. Who do you got? Fellas, did you get to hear who won round number 4 or no?
No, we didn't.
No.
Not even then.
No.
Let's wrap this up, my bad, ladies and gentlemen. We had a couple of technical difficulties, but we're back in action. Round number 4. The question, if you had a chance to get a guest appearance by either Pharoahe Monch or Black Thought, who do you got? Went overall to Black Thought, guys. Black Thought on the board. It's a very slim game right now at the moment, but it's heavy consequences still coming. Round number 5. Are you guys ready? Eats Beats and Rhymes crew, are you ready? Let me know.
Let's do it.
Yes.
What we doing?
Yes.
When we talk about these two giants, we have to obviously ask ourselves why at some point in time have these two guys not met yet and just had a song together? Well, for those that know, this actually did happen. Back in 2014, Pharoahe Monch's project, PTSD, featured a song called Rapid Eye Movement, which actually had these two guys doing it out on the track. Needless to say, whether you know the song or you don't, these guys went in. It was disgusting. I asked the question tonight to wrap things up, fellas. And if you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. Regardless of whatever, whose verse stands out to you guys on Rapid Eye Movement when it comes down to this record? Who do you got? Who had the best verse? These guys showed up to finally, let's not call it battle, but you better believe there was some sort of, that
verbal
he's
sparring.
not doing me. He's not doing me on this track kind of mentality. He's not outdoing me. So who outdid who?
Wow.
Yeah.
Are we? Oh man.
I mean, can you play a sample of it?
We can. Give me one. Oh, actually, if my computer was alive, I could have. Can anybody else?
Hold on.
I had it queued. I had all this stuff queued. I was playing it earlier.
Erykah. Who has it?
It's a really long song.
It's all.
Needless to say, you can stop now. It's a really long. Even if we had the rights, I'd still be like, we gotta wrap that up.
I'm trying to find Black Thought's part.
It starts at like 2 minutes 15 seconds.
You know, it's crazy. I love them both, but like Pharoahe took full advantage. He's foul. He had 2 verses on there.
He sure did.
His record, I get it, but like, come on, dude, 2 verses. Like, it almost makes you think like even he had to like, like, hey, you know what I mean?
Black Thought spit a pretty long verse.
He did, and it's a fire verse as well.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hobo, does it sound like you want to go first? I mean, it sounds like you have like an opinion on this. Am I wrong? Am I sensing things? You're looking deep in thought.
I'll foray into this one. I'm going to say Black Thought.
Black Thought on the board.
Black Thought got Pharoahe Monch on his own record.
He does get him. That's a good way to put it. So you feel like he ate him up on his own record?
I think he got him on his own record.
Wow, he Eminem.
Yes.
He Eminem'd him.
Yes.
You got Eminem, man.
I feel like,
murdered you on your own beat.
I feel like he rode his cadence and his flow, rode the beat better than Pharoahe Monch.
Got it. On his own track, even with 2 verses.
Even with 2 verses.
Grimy to begin with. DJ Scandalous. You heard the question. You see what it is. Let's just cut down and get right down to it. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go with Pharoahe on this one, man. I'm gonna go with Pharoahe.
Pharoahe.
I think I'm kind of recalling the song, and I'm even reading some of the lyrics, and I think like his bars were just like sick, like just on some sadomasochistic shit. So I'm gonna vote for Pharoahe on this one.
Queens get the money. Got you today, Scandalous. Got you. Understood. Triple C. No, Triple C. When we come down, that's a good hit. Triple C, when it comes down to Rapid Eye Movement, featuring both these monsters on the track, who do you got?
See, all because it was his joint, I'm going to go with Pharoahe. He came off hot. He had the first verse. He came off hot. So.
Got it. So you're going with the guy who owns the rights to the track.
Yeah.
Who also, is Jamaica Queens representative.
Yeah.
What are the chances? Got you.
Guys, disappointing me. I'm disappointed.
It says Shadyville, but Shady first. Shady.
Disappointed.
Cool Breeze.
Yes, yes.
Rapid, now just slam.
Both for the
Rapid Eye Movement. You know both these monsters. Are you familiar with the track? I'm just curious. It's okay if you're not.
I'm vaguely remind, but I remember it when it came out. But I've heard it. I know I heard that song like once or twice before, and I remember it was being a dope track. But I don't know line for line.
Oh, believe me, neither do I.
Yeah, so
I don't think any of us do.
No, I don't profess to.
I totally forgot it. I forgot it.
That's like grandmaster, like a chess guy. It's like grandmaster status to understand both those guys word for word on the song and rap it back. Like that's insane.
Right. So I'm gonna say Rockwaller won this round again. And let's keep it pushing.
Let's keep it pushing.
He didn't even. I know he probably didn't even do the beat, but
I don't
hey,
think there,
no, I'm gonna go.
Just a segue, real quick. Shout out to Marco Polo on the beat. Destroyed the track. Marco Polo. Shout out to him.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with Pharoahe on this joint. It's his joint, and you know,
gotcha. Explain. Please explain.
No, it was his joint, and I could say, you know, he invited Black Thought on his track.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really recall who outdid who on the track, but I'm gonna say Pharoahe doesn't come with anything weak, and it's his track, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Gotcha. This round, ladies and gentlemen, was a tough one. I felt it in the air. But nonetheless, it goes to the Grandmaster himself, Jamaica Queen's representative, Pharoahe Monch, ladies and gentlemen. Pharoahe Monch, Black Thought on the Rapid Eye Movement song, respectfully. And it was his track anyway. And even if you wanted to weigh it, he has 2 verses, which makes a bigger case on maybe why he won. Okay. So it's all good. Fellas, this is basically the end of the round right here. And I got some news for you guys. It's happened before, but we've managed to work it out. But the numbers have been against it.
Hold on, look like send.
DJ Censor in the building. Sense in the building.
I think I'm getting on just enough to make. I don't need to go through every round. I listen to most of it.
You know what?
I can
he said, let me introduce myself.
Check this out, DJ Sen. I'm glad to have you on board. For those who don't know, DJ Sen out of Brooklyn this evening. How you doing, DJ Censor? All right.
What's up?
Check this out. So we were getting ready to wrap things up, and as usual, you come through right in the clutch at the end. And most of the time, your vote, not to say it doesn't matter, because it always does, but it adds on to the situation. Tonight, DJ Sen, you find yourself in a situation and in a position, pause, where you will determine tonight's winner. Because, fellas, I was getting ready to announce that it is a tie. It is a tie at the moment. Respectfully, it makes complete sense why it would be a tie. These guys are beasts at what they do. So it makes total sense why it would be a tie. But if you want me to go over the scores, we can do that a little later. But I promise you that the score is tied. It is tied. So DJ Censor, you jumping on board right now is clutch. You can determine the game. I ask you, would you like to just overall, who do you got? Or do you want me to go through the questions? Overall?
Yeah, it's not necessary to go through the questions.
When we ask the question here, he thinks around, who do you got? Pharoahe Monch, Black Thought. Who do you got?
So I listened to your build-up of getting to my answer, and I listened to the debate on the show, and I don't want to chime in at the last minute. I don't want that to be my style and just interrupt, because I respect what effort goes into the thoughtful debate here. But I can't help, my virtual eyes were rolling at the whole debate, this whole matchup, because I'm not the biggest Pharoahe fan at all.
Wow. Bruka.
I'm doing this to do the opposite of a wink. The opposite of a wink.
And to hear the debate for putting him up against And I think just Breeze made the point of someone that's on the Tonight Show, of all things, the program that's been like the thing for broadcast television for decades, whether you watch it or not, you know that that's like the establishment. This is the band that's on there every night.
Iconic.
Right.
Damn, so you saying Jimmy Fallon hold that much weight?
Plus the albums of like, I'm not the biggest Black Thought fan either, as like independent.
Oh, interesting. It's fine. It's beautiful. I love it. Like,
I
you respect it from a distance.
You're taking him out, and I think it's that he's just incredibly consistent. That's not that one thing that stands out the way that many of the fans, I mean, the artists that I'm really a fan of, how they put out music, it's not so consistent. And that's a knock on the stuff that I like. But Black Thought, as part of the Roots, it's just like everything that they put out is just kind of at that level of just being really on point. And there's not like that many quotables that I could think of that come from Black Thought. I love many Roots albums. There's singles that I love. There's songs and features that I love. But it's the way that I think everyone debated here. It sounds like Pharoahe and Black Thought are top 5. And maybe they are.
I think they are. In the lyricist kind of world, I think they are.
Guys, is top 5 for anyone here?
Black Thought is absolutely top 5.
He's not in my top.
I respect that.
Not really in my top.
But I believe like in a lyricist sort of category, like both those guys fall in there.
As lyricists, yeah. But as a personal, like talking about a show that's kind of just like our personal opinions, if I'm being honest, they're not.
No, it's all good.
The ones that really stand out. Mad consistent for the Roots. Pharoahe, I like the song with him being featured singing the hook on Ayatollah's joint. That's one of my favorite hip hop singles. But that's kind of it.
Can I just add on to what you were saying? True story. So I've known DJ Censor for years, since we were kids, and there was a time when DJ Censor went to school. What school did you go to? College, I mean.
117, 217.
No. I was trying to get you to shout out Boston. But he DJ Censor went to school in Boston. And me and DJ Scandalous used to go visit DJ Censor. And one of the first earliest hip hop concerts that I ever went to, I don't think it was the first, but it might have been one of the first few, was a concert you invited us to come out to out there, where it was the Roots performing at a venue out there near your school at Boston University. And J. Rue the Damager was the opener. And I remember I did not care about the Roots at that point in time. I could give a shit. I was like, I don't care. And this is probably their first album, if I'm not mistaken, but they're still the headliners. I was amped to see J. Rue. I was like, I'm down. I'll go to Boston. I'll go see J. Rue. So me and Scan go down to check out J. Rue. We see J. Rue. I'm almost ready to go at this point. Like, I'm good. Let's get out of here. And we decided to, I think, stick around. But whatever reason we stuck around, I'm so glad we did, because the Roots destroyed that fucking stage. I've been a fan ever since. Like, and again, what I mentioned earlier, I'm a fan of the performance, because I've honestly seen the Roots perform at least, no lie, 10 to 11 times. And every show is almost fucking different. They're never the same. And like, they're insane. They are fucking insane. So like, I know where he's coming from. So for all that, I still won't really listen to them on my headphones or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a live guy when it comes to them. So I know what he means by that, but it's just an ironic. So I just want to add on to DJ Sense.
My favorite show ever.
He put me onto the Roots.
Same.
He
like,
put me onto the Roots.
Like, was why we went there, because I think one day just came out. I was like, oh, is he going to do that on stage? And he did. And then they did, Roots came on, and it was one of the best performances I've ever seen.
Yep.
I remember I was looking forward to Adrenaline, because that was my shit. But I remember thinking, I hope Dice Ross would show up on stage, because I remember his verse, not necessarily Black Thought.
Right. So it sounds like you're choosing Black.
But between the two, Black Thought. Yeah.
Black Thought is The choice DJ Center of Brooklyn has spoken. He speaks of the borough. Ladies and gentlemen, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes crew. We wrap up another episode of Who Do You Got? When we talk about two legendary lyricists, icons, just forever chapters in the hip-hop books again, Black Thought versus Pharoahe Monch. We have come down to the conclusion that Black Thought is the overall winner and probably destroyed Pharoahe Monch in a versus style battle, in a real battle, in a freestyle battle, in every type of battle possible. That's where we stand right now. Let's give it up for both guys. These guys are amazing. These guys, if this battle was to ever happen, it would be amazing. That's all I would say.
Wow, man, you know damn questions, bro.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to everybody that helped participate. I'm be honest with you, like I'm usually coming up with questions. I was a little bit reluctant to really dive in on this one because I actually did know a lot of this stuff. Well, let me say this: I asked for some help from you guys, and you guys submitted questions out there. And when I saw the questions, I was like, yeah, I know this stuff. I guess it just wasn't coming to me. But you guys came up with some great questions, and you guys know who you are, who gave each question. We usually keep that quiet, but I added mine, but you guys definitely added a lot of yours. So, shout out to you guys. It was definitely a group effort. I think it turned out really dope. Again, Beats and Rhymes every Monday, 8 o'clock, catch us Eastern Standard Time. We do this together. We're called the Who Do You Got show. Take two of your hip hop giants, we put them up round for round, and we ask the overall question, who do you got? Guys, it's been an honor. It's been fun. Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. What's going on?
I just like to know. Shout out to the people in the chat room real quick.
Hey.
Philly, what up? Marcus, Justin, what up? Appreciate y'all. My
what up?
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
What up?
So I always like to. I kind of hope that we have ties because I want to hear the tie-breaking question. So can I hear the tie-breaking question? Just for the sake of.
You know what's so funny is that I usually delve into this. It's true at the end of the night. I gotta be 1,000% with you, Hobo. I was dying inside if DJ Sensor didn't jump on board because for once I did not have a tie-breaker question, and I was thinking, what am I gonna do? And I still don't know because I saw him jump on and then I saw him jump off. So it was like my heart rate was like, because then I'm trying to think of something, and then he jumped back on, and I acted like I didn't see it, but you guys were like, Sensor. I'm like, he is? Oh. Okay, so shout out to DJ Sensor because I put all that on at the end. Like, it's up to you.
He's always late, but he's on time.
He's always late, but he's on time. Very true. So shout out to DJ Sensor. So yeah, Hobo, honestly, I had nothing left at this point. That was it. So shout out to DJ Sen. Shout out to you guys, like I said, for coming up with some great questions. And shout out for just participating as usual, coming up with your hip hop opinions and your thoughts and your reasonings and all of that. Like I said, we're all hip hop lovers. We all play the music. We all love the music. So let's talk about it. And we do it every Monday night here at Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Who do you got? Stay tuned. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and YouTube and Twitch. Always Eats, Beats, and Rhymes at all those things. Fellas, DJ Hobo, Triple C, Cool Breeze, DJ Sensor, Scantastico. We'll see you next week. Take care, guys. And we'll be in touch soon.
Peace. Big fan, Pharoahe. Subscribe to my Instagram.
Eats, Beats, and Rhymes.